now South Asian countries are facing the heat. Do you think the heads of governments all across South Asia now need to, or will they actually come together and now reach out to both US, Israel, but also to Iran and use their influence to possibly sort out this crisis? And also, do they have the leverage to do that?
Well, I don't think they have the leverage to do that with Israel. With Iran, yes, a little bit. And they can make deals. And as a matter of fact, there are reports that Iran is allowing Chinese flag and registered ships to exit through the Strait of Hormuz. Well, China is providing Iran with intelligence support for the war effort. But as far as Israel goes, look, they actually hit 30 Iranian oil refineries in the course of one night, earning criticism from the United States even, which was like, why did you do this? You're putting more pressure on global oil markets. I think that the U.S. does not want the price of oil to go up. They don't want the price of LNG to go up. It's not in the interests of the Trump administration ahead of the big summer, with travel plans for many American voters, and that summer midterm elections that could doom President Trump's presidency even further.
What we just showed our viewers how significant Strait of Hormuz is. Is that Iran's most strong weapon? Is that something that Iran that makes Iran a force to reckon with? And do you think, in your opinion, in your estimate, did the United States underestimate the significance of the Strait of Hormuz, but also Iran's proximity to Bab al-Mandeb?
It's not about Iran's proximity to Bab al-Mandeb. It's about the Yemeni Houthis' proximity to Bab al-Mandeb. They basically are a pro-Iranian militia that is controlling the northern part of Yemen, and that includes the Bab al-Mandeb. And Iran has yet to activate that militia to block the strait. Yes, Iran has this card to play. And I will also note that the Wall Street Journal reported today that Iran's exports out of the Strait of Hormuz to China actually hit a record, according to the Wall Street Journal. So there is oil getting out of the Persian Gulf. It's just not going to countries that Iran views as somewhat complicit in the Israeli-U.S. war effort. So it is a card that Iran can play, has played, and could further play. As for whether yes, it does appear that the Trump administration was seduced by Benjamin Netanyahu into the idea of a quick, clean war that would be over in a couple days, maybe 4 days maximum, with the Iranian regime decapitated, and then all of a sudden, peace and democracy would come, and he would be hailed as a hero that got rid of the Iranian regime. He was suckered into this plan that was a really bad plan because it doesn't seem to have accounted for any of the smart analysis of Iran and the way the regime works, that any person at the State Department's Iran desk or at the Defense Intelligence Agency or at the CIA could have given Trump. He seems to have ignored that and gone with his gut and what Lindsey Graham and Benjamin Netanyahu fed to him.
You said that Iran could very well continue to use it. Now, when you read the statement that I just read out from Iran, the warning that has come in today, is that just tough talk, or is it something that Iran can do?
It's something that Iran can do, and it's tough talk. That organization, the Khatam al-Anbiya, is the Revolutionary Guard's economic arm. It's the engineering and public works. It's like a state-owned company that does all sorts of construction and infrastructure, and considered rather an arm of corruption. So I'm sure that they could do it. Whether they would is a question mark. There are rumors that this war was not well planned out. The Trump administration did not plan on this continuing as long as it has. It did not take any precautions in terms of the global economy. It did not warn any of its partners and allies, including India. And it's a real betrayal in a way to do this without giving these countries any time to prepare. I think it's a disaster, and Iran knows this. And Iran is using this. And, it doesn't even have to stop the flow of oil, to bring up insurance costs for ships moving in and out of the Gulf, to increase the cost of oil futures, Brent crude or West Texas intermediary benchmarks, to get those futures prices up. All it has to do is have some dude at the Khatam al-Anbiya make some statement like that, and it will get those markets roiling and hurt Donald Trump. The question is, on this issue, Donald Trump is reasonable. Israel sees this as its once-in-a-life opportunity to destroy an enemy, and it may not listen to reason.